Hello. So let me see if we're live here. Yes. So today we are going to reveal. I just want to make sure that this is working. Perfect. So today we are going to talk about how the AI is actually being a revolution in the skin, industry as well, especially here. But this is not something new. We have been doing for at least like 3 years, and we used to have the other one, and this one is a new technology, and we're gonna talk about it. But before, I wanna talk about why we have been so blessed with so many reviews and everything that has actually happened here. And I do want to read some of the reviews because it's quite amazing. And most, of course, a lot of them is because of how we can personalize each service and making sure that we have the right treatment for each skin. And not only that, we are going to treat the skin, and we can really be very much on point in what you're going to need, because the aftercare is as important as your moment here. It's all about you, and this is what actually fulfills my heart and the team. I just put my glass. So I'm gonna read. We had like last month we got over 2,000 reviews, and I'm gonna read just two because that's amazing. I had an amazing experience with Brianni, that she's our top facialist at this luxury spa in Miami, and it was exactly what my skin needed. I have combination sensitive acne prone skin, and Brianni took the time to assess carefully before customizing every step of the facial. And we're going to talk about this, especially the skin barrier. This is something that I have been speaking about it and really going into, because if your skin barrier is strong, you will have a canvas that is protected. And as you protect, as you give what your skin needs, oil self-regulates and everything else. So it is a process that, if you think about really actually preventing, that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that your skin is ready for what happened in life. Because let's think about the main function of your skin is not to glow, is to protect. Your body is 24/7 working for you. It's all about you, your body. It's thinking about how can I function better to save you energy and to do not let you die, literally. So let's think about the main functions of each one of our systems. And the integumentary system, that's your skin, is just one of them, and you have another 10, and they all work in sync. So then this one goes to Brianni. And if you Google actually best spa in Miami, and if you hit search, I can even do with you, you're gonna see, well, first you have the sponsors, and then we are on first page as you're gonna see Lux MedSpa Brickell, and then you can see all the reviews. So I'm gonna get another one here. I can't say enough good things about this spa. From the moment I walked in, the atmosphere was calming, luxurious, and welcoming. The staff went above and beyond to make me feel comfortable and pampered. I booked a facial, and it was hands down the best facial that I ever had in Miami. My skin never felt so refreshed, glowing, and hydrated. The esthetician was incredibly knowledgeable, used high quality products, and tailored everything perfectly to my skin type. So when we say, every time that I see that, it's like music to my ears, because when we have the AI skin analysis, we can really deliver more, because we will be very much on point in every single step of the facial. And remember, not only the facial, but what are you gonna do in, like, your in-house. So you're gonna pretty much do a facial every day, because what we have is really the best of skincare, and we do not make any shortcuts here. We teach you everything that you need to know to keep the glowing going, because this is what I one of the reasons that we became the number, like what we have a top rated one, is that I do not copy anyone. I just see what people ask for. And one of them, it was, how can I keep my how can I keep the glow? Because when you do the facial, it's fine, okay, but after a week, and think that you change your epidermis every 30 to 35 days. So you have the opportunity to have a new skin, a new canvas. Or it can go, to the other side as well. If you don't know what to do, you ended up doing things that you will have some kind of undesirable consequence for what you do. So the intention is for you to keep the good stuff going. And let me finish, and then we go to the step by step. I left feeling completely relaxed. This place is a gem. I will definitely be coming back, and I recommend to all my friends. Thank you so much. So, Eloise, she is, well, and another thing is, everyone that, ended up coming here, they become literally part of the family, because this place, it's all about you, and I make sure that everyone is, heard. I'm just seeing if the live is here. That everyone is heard, and it is so amazing to see, the results in each person. Again, the intention is to be very much treating your skin. If we think that we all have different DNAs, we have different skin. So let's think about how we can do that. When you book an appointment with us, can be the best massage in Miami as well, and we have the best deep tissue, we have the best therapists. This is actually a very complete place if you want to have your day of self-care, or if you want to have a dual massage or a couples massage, or the facial. And when you book, you will receive an intake form, that you're gonna put your name, and you're gonna have in that form, you're gonna be telling a little bit about you. So what you expect, what you have. And at that moment, we have the time to really, prior even you coming here, to get what, intentionally what you need. And that's when things change as well. Everything here is intentional. By the time you walk in, this is the time that you have to not only be in a treatment, but to self-care. And I say that because last month I have been really treating so many people, and even I forgot about myself. And I did, have my time of a little, not a little, I had a burnout, and I have been actually talking about this, and today is my first day. It's already 9:39, and I could not do this because this is something that is on my body already. I want to share everything that I see and that is working for so many people, and this has been the question. How can I get my skin glowing? What I need to do? A lot of people that come here think that they have a combination skin when they have dry skin, or even you have oily skin. We have dehydrated oily skin, if that's possible, and it is, and the AI shows that. Um, Everything that you think about it, your skin is your first approach. That's why even when you're a baby, your skin was the way to communicate besides crying and everything, or you have fever. So our skin is not only our biggest organ, but it is what actually gives us, you know, the approach to the outside, to the outside life. That's why it's so important to keep your skincare on point. And when I say that, is because thinking about the functions that we have, that our body does, and the function of your skin is protection, period. This is a little twisted, yeah, that's good. So when you, so then by the time that we walk in, we don't know everything, but we know, we have an idea about what you're expecting and about what what we're gonna do. And this is the point that I say that what we do is less important than how we do. Because if you think about it, everything these days is a commodity. And facials, hydrofacials, best hydrofacial in Miami, best. So you have, it's a lot of noise, and what differentiates it is how we do it. When we have the time to get your, intake form, to analyze, to make sure that we're gonna have the best treatment, the best facial, thinking about your skin. If you have oily skin, what kind of moisturizer you need. If you have, your cleanser, how you do it. Yeah, this is all super, at least my main thing is, when you come here, we do it. But what about when you leave? That's when things get interesting, because it has to be an easy journey. Because what happens as well is, when we put, and this is for anything in life, if we start to do things that it's so out of our league, we just drop it. It's not sustainable. You have to get a routine that is sustainable and it makes sense to your skin type. So here we have actually biryani, and what I wanna, let me see how I will get, see if you can see. Okay, so here I want you to see, this is your, about the skin barrier. Something that I think it's interesting is, like, a lot of people say what it is, that skin barrier, like, we need to reinforce your skin barrier, we need to strengthen your skin barrier, but why? Because we don't really see. And here I want to show you how much is important. When ladies, for instance, when you're like, your hormones, our hormones plays a huge role, but for ladies is because every month is a different way to do it, and you have estrogen, progesterone, so, and one is going to be deregulating your oil production, and it's always something going on. So every month, only this part already get your barrier a kind of, not in the best shape. Because remember, when you have your body with the main functions, think that, let's just take collagen for instance. 30% of all the protein in your body is collagen. So collagen exists in every single muscle, ligament, tendons, your tissues, your heart, everywhere. When you, so your body has to think about, we need to make you alive. We don't, so your body like is super smart. It's not thinking about skin when you have so many other important organs to do, you know, to keep it up. And this is what happened when, you know, every month the hormones change and everything. Your skin barrier immediately is going to be affected because your body is not going to be paying attention to that side as normally is. That's why many people, including myself, I see a lot of, you know, throughout all these years, and have known more than 10,000 faces, I see that when I can have, especially ladies, between 7 to 12 days before your period, and in a monthly basis, we can make your skin barrier on point, and the breakouts starts to be less because you will have a strong, you know, canvas. And besides that, your skincare will be reinforcing. When I say that, is because at least I have another videos as well, and I try to compare, you know, cleansers, and it's very hard to find a clean and clinical cleanser, toner, serum, moisturizer. I don't really find it. I mean, especially cleanser. So when you have cosmetics, for instance, I always redo the double cleansing for the longest time. The first, you know, cleansing, it is to take all the impurities out of your skin. Especially, again, ladies. I'm saying ladies because, you know, ladies usually, that's when you do makeup and you need to take it out. If you don't do that, you're not gonna let all your beautiful serum sink in. And you need that, especially at night. That's when your body will do the synthesis of everything. So, when we see the inflammation, that's what we see here. The most important thing that I see on the AI, it is inflammation and pigmentation. Because this is usually what most of, you know, well, inflammation is because if your skin is, in, you know, under, like, with inflammation, you're gonna be opening the doors for oxidation, that's gonna be aging faster. You're gonna have the doors open as well for skin conditions. So we're gonna have maybe rosacea or other skin conditions. So psoriasis, you have many things that can happen. And thinking about that, because there's a little disconnection or lack of information about microbiome and skin barrier. They coexist, they're not the same. Your microbiome, it is microorganisms that lives on your skin, and we need that to survive. So this microorganism that it's on the top of your skin, that it is on top of your lipid barrier, that is made of fatty acids, and actually it's necessary that they have this amazing coexist, you know, they coexist together because they help each other. Think about your skin barrier as being, you know, like the walls for a castle, and you have your microbiome that would be like, you know, the great, like, you know, the guardians. If you don't have the guardians, it's gonna be easier for what? For people to attack and to get, you know, into your fortress. If you have, on the other hand, if you have your walls not you know, like, you know, how can they protect? And this is what happened when we do our daily cleansing with too harsh ingredients. And you can say, you know, it's so hard these days because it's so many, and what it, and again, comes to, so like, the noise is so big that it's very hard to find the right skincare and in the right order. And I do have videos about that too. But the most important is, it is, at least do what your skin, you know, needs. And this, when you can align that, it's amazing. If you ever come to Miami, I don't know, for whoever is in Miami, well, for whoever is in Miami and is watching this video, we have this facial available in our Sculpt and Nourishing. And if you say that you are watching this video, you will, I will, you say that, and we're gonna be adding the AI skin analysis for you. This is between us and the whole YouTube. But anyways, so, because, well, and another thing is, you can actually take, you know, in the end, you're gonna have a QR code. So you can take that and you can, you know, make your self-judgment. That what I think that is amazing, because many times I like to see and I get information and I put it together and I do my own, and I actually encourage everyone to do it. Think that we never had so much information like we have these days, but what are you doing with the information? That's the question here. For cleanser, for instance, the first thing that I tell everyone, it is, don't take my word for it. Go and see what is, you know, what are the ingredients. This is your face, and think about everything you have. You know, you maybe have 10 houses, but this house here, you only have one. And treat well, because longevity is here and is a fact, and it is, you know, amazing. Today I have, you know, literally when I finish, she looked 20 years old, especially the texture of the skin. So we can do so much with technology and with the right technology. I say that if you want the AI skin analysis to be the step for you to have glowy skin, you need to have healthy skin, because a healthy skin glows, not the opposite. It's not that you want to have, if you want to have glowy skin, you don't glow and then it's health. No, it's one path, and it's not like there's no pain, no gain. Doesn't happen here. You can have the skin that you want, having a sustainable, you know, skincare routine that is legit, and it's proven. I have, you know, and check again the reviews, and this is what we have been doing, and very successfully, thank God. So here I'm gonna see, because I want to show you, I don't want to block it. So here you have the AI RBX, that is red. Brown is going to be pigmentation. But here I really wanted you to see how interesting it is, because she is, you know, in like about to get her period, and see how much is the difference. The inflammation is clear. So if you get the right skincare, you will have, you know, a lot of chance to have less breakouts and to be with a skin that is glowing. And this is not, you know, I'm not trying to be the owner of the truth, quite the opposite. I am trying to bring you knowledge. Knowledge gives you freedom. think about that and never do something that if you don't, I think that for skin, it's very simple. You should ask yourself, can I do this for the rest of my life? And if you question, I include everyone, including myself. If I say something and you cannot answer that, you should not do it, because you will pay the price for that. And it's just, but again, when you know, then you take advantage of that. So then you have the brown that sees pigmentation, and that's the most important one. It is the red and the brown. And what you see as well, it is when you have the comprehensive report. This is amazing, because what you see here is from spots to, and another thing as well is when you want to treat uneven skin, that's when this is going to be amazing too, because you are going to be able to see, and maybe, okay, microneedling would be amazing between, facials. And this is something that you do like it's flawless. It's not doing a lot, but doing, very, like surgical. Okay, I feel that this is okay, and then you do it. Do not bring trauma to the skin, because maybe your skin is not ready, or maybe your skin is sensitive. Again, this will help to understand your skin, and when you understand your skin, we can work better. And then you see blackheads, pores, sebum, texture, sensitive skin. You see everything. And this is what is nice, because we can compare from time to time, and to see, like, let's see at this time, how was it? You see, you can always compare. And you see, like, okay, this here was on September 12th, and this was today. And this is very cool, because you can, if you see as well, can you see, because she does, well, I have my device that is the Allah's wand. I'm kidding. This is called, it is because I have actually some guys that they say that it is, and I took, I appropriate of that. But that's actually a cleanser, and it has let me see if I have one here. Well, you see that I'm not a salesperson. I am actually an educator, and this is very hard for me to. I even put some stuff here, but just because I think it's cute. It's the headband. I think it's very cute. Anyways, so what my device does is how to deep pore cleansing, because this is what as I was treating like years ago, I was seeing that how can I make people's life easier, because I understand you have a lot of things to do. You come home and then you have kids, or maybe you have things to do. You're not going to stop to think about, no, now let me wash my face, and then we are not an octopus to do like, but I was thinking, because if that's something easier, people would do it, and actually they do, because the proof is like when we change the shape, my protocol, it is based on muscle memory, because I take the principle that muscles have memory, and why sometimes we forget that we have 66 muscles on our face. If you remember that, you will start to work with your muscles. Doing that, you will change the shape. You do change the shape of your face, you know, you just, and if you have the device, it's really nice because it really helps. I don't know how I should open that. Oh, let's open this one because this is so cool. And there's something else as well that I did not. The main thing when I want to do it was to deep pore cleansing. But then I saw, well, but of course that I didn't want to do just one, because my, you know, the main thing that I was thinking about it was, how can I make, you know, someone do not disturb or make the lip barrier intact, but to cleanse the pores, because if you don't cleanse your pores, you're not able to receive all the good stuff that will be, you know, on your skin. Remember that you only can have, you know, collagen and elastin produced if anything hits your dermis. But you have 5 layers of epidermis, and it's a lot of scam. People say that, you know, you're gonna get collagen, because it's not like that. Think about collagen like a house. Collagen will be the house, then you have peptides that would be like the blocks, and the cement would be actually the amino acids. Jesus. And then think that it's very hard to get a large molecule like that. You don't. And you have 5 layers of epidermis to go through. So if you don't have stimulation, or if you inject, it's very hard. That's why when you have a consistent skincare routine with a very target, you know, device, it is very helpful. And I did not find any home device that would be helpful. That's why I needed to do my own. And the first thing is, when you have you see like the main button here, it is actually the one that will be, you see the vibration? So then you can do your, you know, the way that I have like actually videos that teach exactly how to do it. And then last month I had actually, I do have a video as well. I cut my face like in 2 places, and I had like, this was so like a lot of bruise, and in 2 weeks my healing was pretty much perfect, because I used this, that is the cold compress with blue LED light. Who knew that this was going to be, you know, actually being the main reason for myself to feel great, because this goes direct to your self-esteem. That's not something that it's, you know, was something that it was very helpful. So here, what I do is, and another thing is, this is cold, so it got cold very fast. I do have that on my website. You can take a look, even to see what it is. So here what you do is, you always, this muscle is a round muscle, is your orbicularis, oculi. So then you do the cold compress with blue LED light, and whatever you do one side, you have to do the other one. And here I'm not putting anything, but you probably can see, when you constrict, what the cold compress does is, it's going to be constricting your blood vessels. If your blood vessels are, you know, you constrict, so they're going to be smaller. And you do have a concentration of blood vessels here. And some of them break, so then you have some blood. That's why you get some pigmentation, some people, because they break. Another thing to do is to get some vitamin K. How you get vitamin K? Kiwi, leafy, you know, like vegetables like broccolis, celery, parsley, everything that's very leafy and very green. And then you're going to be able to reinforce the walls of your blood vessels. And this is amazing to take, you know, black eye bag under your eye. This is one of the, you know, natural ways to do it. And I say that this is a nice way because if you get too cold, remember that cold burn as the heat, and that's what I used to see as well. And I even see some people putting like the whole face. That doesn't make it. Never do that, because your face, again, you have, this is your face. You have this forever, and this area is very sensitive and was not made to be like, you know, if you put ice here, you will have burn, maybe even worse than heat, because you're going to leave more. Anyways, so that's why this is good. And you have actually heat as well when you press here. So then you're gonna have the red light, what is good for anti-aging, and this get hot. And that's when I love to do your, you know, the draw line. That's very helpful, especially because I am not very much into gua sha, but this is another discussion. But think that your lymphatic system, it lays right here, and when you have a little heat like this, it's just like, you know, a little incentive to flush that, you know, that swollen, or because your lymphatic system as well is another system that it works on getting all the waste and toxins of your body. And the little things, they do what? They everything that your body does, you know, our body, it works with inflammation. Even when you go to the gym, that you get, you know, the body like you look, and afterwards you take a shower and it's gone, because your body works with inflammation. That's it, it's a process that we work with. So your lymphatic system does the same thing. So when you feel like a little bit more swollen here, because your lymphatic system starts here and goes throughout your body. And we have as well, I have videos about that, and you should take a look, because it's a very interesting, especially, you know, this is your defense. And again, we have 11 systems and they all work together. Don't think about them working separate. Your body work as one, you know, your body is working to keep yourself alive and to save you energy. That's what your body wants to do. And your brain work with instant gratification. That's why sometimes things like, you know, skincare, it seems a little harder, because your brain immediately think about instant gratification. One thing that I try to abolish is magnifying mirror. This is not, this is cruel. Like, don't do that yourself. Actually, this one. If you do this, what you're doing is it's a punishment, because you will see things that nobody sees. And then you want to treat, because remember, you're trying to see, you see, your brain thinks that's what you need to do it. So then you start to be, it's easier to be like actually pushing yourself for that. Then do daily, consistently, your skincare routine. Anyways, so the intention here was just to show, because when people hear AI skin analysis, maybe some people think something different. And it's nice to see what it is, because this way you can get the information and you can digest. And you can see that makes totally sense when I say that we personalize, because we are going to get your skin, and we will be treating your skin according to what your skin needs. That's what is all behind the AI skin analysis, being, the reason why you're gonna have glowy skin. This will be able to get you a healthy skin, and every healthy skin that I've seen in my life glows. This is basic, and that's what we need to keep doing. I'm not favorable to invent someone else, but to enhance what you have. And that's how we do it. Well, thank you. I did not, so let me see if there's any, if somebody wants to ask something, that's the time. Let me see. Well, anyways, so I don't see here, but if you have any question, please leave in the comments that I will be taking a look, and I will respond to everyone. And I do have some freebies as well, like, skincare routine on my link tree. And if it's not there, you let me know that I can upload. And this way you can see the best skincare for your morning routine, the best skincare for your night routine, the best skincare before you travel, the best skincare after you travel your flight, and the best skincare during your flight. We have all of this because actually it's all about the way that you do, it's how you do, and that's where the beauty lives. Thank you, and have an amazing night, everyone. And I hope that I see, you guys here one day, because this is the place to be. If you come to Miami, you need to visit, because we are intentionally here for you. Thank you.